Welcome to Delta Wave Tales. I'm Roman, and I create immersive sleep stories designed to guide you into the deepest, most healing rest of your life. Each story is crafted with love, calm music, and soothing narration to help you release stress, find peace, and sleep deeply. Tonight I invite you to the restorative harbor, a place where the water is always still and your ship is finally coming home. Press play, close your eyes, and let the journey begin. Part 1. The Endless Voyage. Close your eyes now and let the world begin to fade away. You are standing on the deck of a ship, but this is no ordinary vessel. This is your ship, the one you have been sailing for what feels like an eternity. The wood beneath your bare feet is ancient oak, silvered by countless suns and moons, worn smooth by the passage of time itself. If you look closely, you can see the stories carved into its surface, the tiny grooves and imperfections that speak of storms weathered, of journeys taken, of a life lived fully and sometimes painfully. The deck stretches before you, a warm, dark expanse that holds the memory of every step you have ever taken. The railing is polished by your hands, those hands that have gripped it so tightly during the rough passages. The rigging above you hums with a soft, tired melody, not a song of urgency, but a lullaby that has been sung too many times by a voice that has grown weary. The sky above is a study in grey, not the grey of a coming storm, not the angry, bruised purple grey that threatens destruction. No, this is a soft, diffuse grey, like the inside of a cloud or the colour of a dove's wing. There is no sharp division between sky and sea. They blend together in a seamless, gentle expanse of muted light. The sun is somewhere behind this gentle veil, but you cannot see it directly. You can only feel its warmth, a distant memory of heat that barely touches your skin. And the sea. The sea stretches out in all directions, an endless plain of water that seems to have no beginning and no end. The waves are not the angry, towering mountains of a tempest, nor the playful, dancing ripples of a cheerful day. They are something in between, a slow, rhythmic swell that lifts your ship and sets it down again with a sigh. The sound is constant, a deep, resonant breathing that fills the air. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It is the sound of the world sleeping, and you have been sailing through this dream for a very, very long time. Your body remembers the journey even if your mind has grown foggy. Your shoulders, rounded forward from years of leaning into the wind, ache with a deep, persistent throb. Your back, a map of tension, holds the stories of every burden you have carried. Your hands, wrapped around the worn wooden wheel, have calluses that have hardened and hardened again over countless cycles. Your eyes are heavy, your lids drooping, as if tiny weights have been attached to your lashes. But there is something else in your body, something deeper than the physical exhaustion. There is a tiredness of the soul, a profound, bone-deep weariness that no amount of sleep has ever been able to cure. It is the exhaustion of a heart that has loved and lost, of a spirit that has hoped and been disappointed, of a mind that has worried and planned and fretted without end. You cannot remember when this journey began. Was it years ago, decades, or has it been the entire span of your life? The memories are there, somewhere in the fog of your mind, but they are like old photographs left out in the rain, faded, blurred, the edges curling. You remember a shore, a distant shore where you once stood. There were people there, faces that you loved, voices that called your name. There was laughter, there were tears, there was life in all its messy, beautiful chaos. And then you set sail. You set sail because the shore became too loud. too demanding, too full of pain. You set sail because you were looking for something, a quiet place, a safe harbor, a sanctuary where your tired soul could finally rest. You sailed away from the noise and the chaos, hoping to find peace. But the peace eluded you. Every time you thought you saw it on the horizon, it proved to be a mirage. Every time you steered toward a promising light, the sea would grow rough, the path would become obscured, and you would find yourself once again in the grey, endless expanse. You have been sailing for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to be still. You have forgotten what it feels like to have your feet on solid ground. You have forgotten what it feels like to truly, completely rest. The idea of stopping seems almost impossible, like trying to imagine a world without gravity. How could the ship just stop? How could you just let go? And yet tonight something is different. The air has changed. It is subtle at first, barely noticeable. A warmth touches your cheek, not the warmth of the hidden sun, but a different warmth, softer, more intimate. It carries a scent that makes your heart clench with a feeling you cannot name. It is the scent of earth, rich, dark, living earth. It is the scent of pine and moss and damp leaves. It is the scent of home, though you cannot remember what home smells like. The water beneath your ship begins to change. The grey deepens into a rich, profound blue, the colour of twilight just before the stars appear. The slow, rhythmic swells become gentler, more forgiving. The ship does not rise and fall as much as it begins to glide, as if it is no longer battling the sea but being carried by it, cradled in a gentle current that knows exactly where you need to go. And then you see it. A light. It is not the harsh, cold light of a distant star, nor the frantic, flickering light of a signal fire. It is a warm, golden luminescence that seems to emanate from the water itself. It shimmers on the surface, creating a path of liquid gold that leads toward the horizon. The light pulses with a slow, rhythmic glow, like a heartbeat, like a gentle breath. Inhale, and the light brightens. Exhale, and it softens. It is the most beautiful, most welcoming thing you have ever seen. Your hands, still gripping the wheel, begin to tremble. Not with fear, but with something else. Something you haven't felt in so long that you have forgotten its name. It is the feeling of permission. The feeling of being told that it is finally okay to stop. The feeling of being welcomed home after a journey that has lasted a lifetime. Tears begin to stream down your cheeks. You do not even notice them at first. They are warm and salty, and they taste of relief. You have been holding so much for so long, and now in the presence of this gentle light the dam is beginning to break. You let go of the wheel. It is the most terrifying thing you have ever done. For a moment your body screams at you to grab hold again, to maintain control, to keep steering toward the light. But your hands stay at your sides, trembling and empty. You wait for the ship to veer off course, to be caught by a rogue current, to spin helplessly into the darkness. But the ship does not veer. The ship glides forward, following the golden path as if it knows the way, as if it has always known the way. The wheel turns gently of its own accord, guided by an invisible hand, by a force that is wiser and more loving than any captain could ever be. The mist ahead begins to part, like a curtain being drawn aside to reveal a stage. And through the parting mist you see it, the harbour. It is not like any harbour you have ever seen. It is not a bustling port with docks and warehouses and shouting dock workers. It is not a military fortress with high walls and guarded gates. It is something far more beautiful, far more perfect. The harbour is a cove, a perfect crescent of land that curves around the water like a protective arm. The cliffs that embrace the cove are not harsh or forbidding. They are soft, draped in deep green moss and climbing ivy. Ancient trees grow along the edge, their roots gripping the stone, their branches reaching out over the water like loving hands. The leaves are a deep, velvety green, and they rustle with a soft, whispering sound that is almost words, almost a welcome. The water within the cove is impossible. It is so clear that you can see all the way to the bottom, where white sand sparkles like scattered diamonds. The color is a deep, luminous turquoise, the color of a tropical lagoon, the color of a dream. And it is so still, so perfectly, utterly still. There are no waves, no ripples, no movement at all. It is as if the water has been frozen in time, or as if it has been waiting for you, holding its breath, keeping everything perfectly, peacefully quiet just for this moment. The golden light that guided you here now fills the entire harbor, radiating from the water itself, from the rocks, from the air. It is the light of 1,000 fireflies, the light of a perfect sunset, the light of love itself. It warms your skin, and you feel the tension in your muscles begin to melt away like ice in the sun. The sound of the harbor is the most beautiful music you have ever heard. The water does not crash or splash. It simply sings. A low, resonant hum that vibrates deep in your chest, in your bones, in the very cells of your body. It is the frequency of deep, healing sleep. It is the sound of your mother's heartbeat when you were safe in her womb. It is the sound of the universe breathing. The ship glides forward, and you feel a deep, profound sense of rightness. This is where you were always meant to be. This is the destination you have been seeking all along, even when you didn't know you were seeking it, even when you had given up hope of ever finding it. Part 2. The welcome. Your ship glides deeper into the harbor, and the world begins to reveal itself in greater detail. The trees along the cliffs are not just any trees. They are ancient, wise beings, their trunks thick and gnarled, their roots like fingers gripping the stone. They lean out over the water, their branches creating a canopy of deep green that filters the golden light into soft, dappled patterns. Flowers bloom among their leaves, small, delicate blossoms in shades of white and palest pink, each one glowing with its own inner light. Their scent is intoxicating. Honey and vanilla and a hint of something else, something like rain on warm earth, something like the air after a thunderstorm. The cliffs themselves are covered in moss so deep and soft that it looks like velvet. Tiny ferns and delicate wildflowers grow in every crevice. Water trickles down the face of the rock in thin, shimmering ribbons, catching the light and creating miniature rainbows. The sound is like wind chimes, delicate and musical, adding to the symphony of the harbor. And the water. The water is so clear that you can see every detail of the bottom. White sand, smooth pebbles, shells that look like they are made of mother of pearl. Sea anemones sway gently, their tentacles reaching up like tiny fingers. A school of silvery fish darts past, their scales flashing in the golden light. And there, half buried in the sand, is the skeleton of an ancient ship. You gasp. The ship is old, so old that the wood has turned to stone, covered in a delicate tracery of coral and sea plants. It lies on its side, its mast broken, its hull open to the sea. But it is not a sad sight. It is not a shipwreck, not a tragedy. It is a ship that has come to rest, that has finally stopped its endless journey and become part of the peace. The sea plants that cover it are not devouring it. They are embracing it, making it part of the harbor, part of the stillness. This is not death, this is transformation. This is the ultimate rest. Tears fill your eyes again. You understand on some deep level what this means. This is what you are. A ship, battered and weary, that has been searching for its final harbor, a ship that is ready to stop, to let go, to become part of the peace, a ship that is finally home. Your own ship comes to a gentle stop. You are not tied to a dock, not anchored to the bottom. You simply stop. The water holds you, cradles you, keeps you perfectly still. You look down and see that the golden light is shining from beneath you, from the water itself, and it is holding your ship in its gentle embrace. A stone appears beside your ship. It was not there a moment ago, but now it is. A wide, flat platform of smooth grey rock that seems to have risen from the depths just for you. Moss grows along its edges, soft and green and inviting. A single glowing lily rests on its surface, its petals open wide, its center pulsing with golden light. You step from your ship onto the stone. Your bare feet touch the warm surface, and you feel a shock of pure sensation. It is the first time you have touched anything solid in so long. The rock is warm, so warm, heated not by the sun but by the pulse of the earth itself. You can feel the heartbeat of the world through your feet, a slow, steady rhythm that matches the gentle hum of the water. You walk across the stone, your steps slow and unsteady at first, like a child learning to walk again. Your legs are weak, your muscles atrophied from years of standing on a swaying deck. But the stone supports you, guides you, holds you steady. You reach the edge of the platform, where the still water laps gently against the rock. You kneel. The stone is soft beneath your knees, as if it has been worn smooth by countless other travelers who came before you. You look into the water and see your own reflection, a face you barely recognize. The eyes are tired, ringed with shadows. The skin is pale, the lips chapped. The hair is tangled and grey, streaked with salt and wind. But there is something else in your reflection, something that was not there before, a light, a tiny spark of gold in the depths of your eyes, growing brighter as you watch. You cup your hands and dip them into the water. It is not cold, it is not warm, it is the exact temperature of your own skin, as if the water is part of you, as if it has been waiting for this moment of reunion. You bring the water to your lips and drink. The water has no taste, and yet it is the most perfect thing you have ever experienced. It is not sweet or salty or bitter or sour. It is simply quenching. It fills you, nourishes you, seeps into every parched cell of your body. You drink again and again, and each time you feel something shift inside you, something loosen and release. You pour water over your head. It runs down your face, your neck, your shoulders, washing away the salt and the grime of your long journey. It washes away the tears you have been crying, the tears you did not even know you were crying. It washes away the years of exhaustion, the decades of worry, the centuries of pain. And as the water runs down your body, you feel yourself beginning to heal. The ache in your shoulders softens. The knot in your back begins to untie itself. The tightness in your chest, the tightness you have carried for so long that you forgot it was there, begins to dissolve. Your muscles, those tired, overworked muscles, begin to relax. Your skin tingles with new life. Your blood flows more freely, carrying the healing energy of the harbor through every part of your body. You wash your arms, your hands, your legs, your feet. Every place the water touches, you feel a warmth, a gentle, pulsing warmth that spreads and grows and fills you. The warmth is love. It is pure, unconditional, healing love. And it is washing away everything that is not love, everything that does not belong. You feel a deep sigh escape from your very core. It is not a sigh of relief. It is a sigh of returning. You are coming home to yourself. You are not a captain anymore. You are not a fighter, a struggler, a survivor. You are simply a soul in need of rest, and the harbour is providing it. You lie down on the warm stone and the world becomes even more beautiful. The stone is perfectly smooth, perfectly shaped to your body. You feel it supporting you, cradling you, holding you like a loving parent holds a tired child. The moss that edges the stone is soft beneath your head, a pillow of green velvet. The golden light of the harbour surrounds you, enveloping you, filling every cell of your being. Above you, the canopy of ancient trees stretches across the sky. Their leaves are not just green, they are every shade of green imaginable, from the palest lime to the deepest emerald, and they shimmer with a silver light that seems to come from within. Through the leaves you can see the sky. It is not the grey expanse you sailed through. It is a deep, rich indigo, the colour of the night sky just before the stars appeared. And the stars are there, thousands of them, but they are not the cold, distant stars of the real world. These stars are warm and close, pulsing with their own gentle light, as if they are looking down at you with loving eyes. The canopy forms a perfect frame for the stars, like a window into another world, and as you watch, the stars begin to move, to swirl in slow, graceful patterns, like a dance that has been going on since the beginning of time. They form shapes and patterns that you almost recognize, faces, animals, symbols of ancient meaning. But before you can quite grasp what they are, they shift and become something else, something even more beautiful. The sound of the harbour grows more complex, more beautiful. You can hear the individual elements now, the deep, resonant hum that vibrates through the stone and into your bones, the delicate tinkling of the water trickling down the cliffs, the rustling of the leaves which sounds like whispered secrets, and beneath it all, a melody, a song that seems to be sung by the harbour itself. The song has no words, and yet you understand it perfectly. It is a song of welcome, a song of love, a song of rest. It is the song that was sung at the beginning of time, the song that called the world into being. It is the song of your mother's voice, your father's laugh, the voice of everyone you have ever loved. It is the song of the universe, and it is singing to you, telling you that you are safe, that you are home, that you can finally rest. You feel the healing in your body deepen. The warmth that started in your skin now radiates from your core, spreading outward. It is not a feverish heat, but a gentle, nurturing warmth, like being wrapped in a blanket that has been warmed by the sun. Your muscles, one by one, let go of the tension they have been holding. Your shoulders sink deeper into the stone. Your jaw relaxes, and you realize you have been clenching your teeth for so long that your jaw is sore. Now it loosens, and you feel a wave of relief wash over you. Your breathing changes. It slows, deepens, becomes more rhythmic. You are no longer breathing from your chest, but from your belly, that deep, satisfying breath that fills your entire body. Each breath carries the healing energy of the harbour deeper into you. Inhale, and you feel the warmth spread down your spine. Exhale, and you feel the tension leave your body. Inhale, and you feel the love fill your heart. Exhale, and you feel the fear leave your mind. Your heart begins to beat in sync with the rhythm of the harbour, the deep hum of the water, the pulse of the earth, the gentle sway of the trees. All of it is now in harmony with your heart. You are no longer a separate being, but part of the whole, part of the music, part of the dance. And in this state of perfect harmony, you feel the emotions begin to surface. It starts as a warmth in your chest, a soft, gentle pressure. And then you feel it, a deep, profound love. It is not the love you have felt before, not the conditional, complicated love of the world. This is something else. This is a love that asks nothing of you, that has no expectations, that simply gives and gives and gives. It is the love of a mother for her newborn child. It is the love of a creator for their creation. It is the love of the universe for every living thing. Tears flow freely down your cheeks now, but they are not tears of sadness. They are tears of joy, of relief, of finally being seen and understood. You feel the love enter you, fill you, and overflow. It washes away the last remnants of your pain, your fear, your loneliness. It fills the empty spaces that you didn't even know were empty. And with the love comes joy. Not the frantic, desperate joy of someone who is trying to escape their pain, but a deep, abiding joy that comes from the very center of your being. It is the joy of a child playing in the sunshine. It is the joy of a flower opening to the rain. It is the joy of being exactly where you are supposed to be, exactly as you are. The joy bubbles up from your heart and spreads through your body. You feel it in your fingers, your toes, the tips of your ears. You feel it in your stomach, warm and glowing. You feel it in your face, and your lips curl into a smile that you cannot control, a smile so wide and genuine that it feels like it has been waiting for this moment your entire life. The song of the harbor grows louder, more intense. The golden light pulses with joy. The trees sway in a gentle dance. The stars swirl faster, brighter, celebrating your homecoming. You are not just at peace. You are filled with a joy that transcends anything you have ever felt. Your body has become a vessel of light and love. The exhaustion is gone, replaced by a feeling of perfect, complete rest. The pain is gone, replaced by warmth. The fear is gone, replaced by trust. You are healed, completely, utterly, eternally healed. Part 4. The voice and the revelation. And then, in the midst of this perfect peace, you hear a voice. It is not a voice that comes from outside you. It does not echo off the cliffs or rise from the water. It comes from within you, from the very center of your being, and yet it is not your own. It is familiar, achingly familiar, a voice you have known and loved for longer than you can remember. You have been sailing for so long, my love. You have been searching for this harbor for 1,000 years. The voice is gentle, warm, filled with a tenderness that makes your heart ache. It is a voice you have heard before, in your dreams, in your memories, in the quiet moments when you thought you were alone. It is the voice of someone you loved, someone you lost, someone whose face you cannot quite remember, but whose presence you have never forgotten. Do you not recognize me? Look into the water. You do not need to open your eyes. The vision appears on the inside of your lids, clear and perfect. The surface of the harbor, that still glassy surface, becomes a mirror. And in that mirror you see a face. It is the face of someone you have loved with every fiber of your being. A mother who held you when you were small. A father who taught you how to be strong. A child who brought you joy. A lover who showed you what it meant to be truly known. The face is different for everyone who hears this story, but for you, it is the one face that holds the key to your heart. The figure in the water smiles, and the smile is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. Their eyes are filled with a warmth that knows no time, no distance, no separation. Their voice, when they speak, is the voice of the harbor itself. I have been waiting for you. For so many years, I have been the light on the horizon, the scent of rain, the sound of a lullaby. I have been the soft touch of a breeze on your face, the warmth of the sun on your skin. I have been here, in this harbor, holding space for you, keeping the water still, waiting for you to finally come home. And in that moment the truth washes over you like a wave of pure understanding. The harbor is not a place, it is love. It is the love you shared with this person, the love that has never died, the love that has been with you all along. Every time you felt a moment of peace, it was this love reaching out to you. Every time you caught a glimpse of beauty, it was this love showing you the way. Every time you felt a glimmer of hope, it was this love, this enduring, eternal love, reminding you that you were not lost, that you were always, always loved. You were never sailing alone. The love you thought you had lost was sailing with you, guiding you, protecting you. The harbor you have been searching for was never out there. It was always here, within you, within your heart. It was the love you carried for this person, and the love they carried for you, that has been your true compass, your true guide, your true home. The revelation is overwhelming. You feel your heart expand, open, become the very harbor itself. The love you have been seeking is not something you need to find. It is something you need to remember. It is something you need to let in, to receive, to finally allow to fill you completely. The vision of your loved one fades, but their presence does not leave. They are in the air you breathe, in the water that surrounds you, in the light that bathes you. They are in your heart, and you are in theirs. The separation was never real. It was always an illusion. You were always connected. You were always one. The song of the harbor changes, becomes softer, more intimate. It is the sound of two hearts beating as one. It is the sound of reunion, of love triumphant over time and distance and death. It is the sound of your own soul finally at peace. And you understand now that this harbor is not just for you. It is for everyone, every weary soul, every exhausted traveler, every ship that has been sailing too long. It is a place of healing, of rest, of love, and it is always here, always waiting, always welcoming. Part 5. The surrender. The healing is complete, the love is flowing freely, the joy is unwavering, and now the sleep begins. It is not the sleep of exhaustion, the desperate, fitful sleep of someone who can no longer stay awake. It is a deep healing sleep, a sleep that restores every cell, every tissue, every part of your being. It is the sleep of a child in their mother's arms, safe and warm and utterly content. The golden light softens, becoming a gentle, ambient glow. The song of the harbor grows quieter, settling into a soft, steady hum that is more felt than heard. The warmth of the stone continues to cradle you, holding you in its loving embrace. The scent of the lilies, that sweet, intoxicating fragrance of vanilla and honey and sea salt, fills your lungs with every breath. Your body, which was so tired, so heavy, now feels light, weightless, as if you are floating on a cloud. Your muscles are completely relaxed, your bones are settled, your skin is soft and warm. There is no pain anywhere in your body. There is no tension anywhere in your mind. There is only peace, only love, only rest. Your breathing slows, becomes shallow, barely perceptible. Each breath is a sigh, a soft exhalation of everything you have been carrying. Each breath is an inhalation of love, of peace, of healing. Inhale and you receive, exhale and you release, inhale and you let go, exhale and you surrender. Your thoughts begin to slow, to fade, to drift away like clouds in a summer sky. The worries that have plagued you, the fears that have haunted you, the regrets that have weighed you down, they all dissolve one by one into the golden light. They are not being pushed away. They are being absorbed, transmuted, turned into something soft and gentle and peaceful. Your mind, that busy, chattering mind, grows quiet. The voices that have been so loud, so persistent, fall silent one by one. The judgments, the criticisms, the endless list of things you should have done, could have done, would have done. They fade into the background, then disappear entirely. What remains is a deep, profound stillness, a silence that is not empty, but full of love, full of peace, full of the very essence of the harbour. And then the boundaries of your body begin to dissolve. You are no longer a person lying on a stone. You are the stone. You are the water. You are the trees, the stars, the golden light. You are the love that fills the harbour, the music that fills the air, the peace that fills everything. There is no separation between you and the harbour. You are the harbour. The harbour is you. This is the ultimate healing. This is the ultimate rest. This is the homecoming that you have been seeking for so long. You feel a final wave of love wash over you, a wave so powerful, so beautiful, that it brings tears to your closed eyes. The love is from the person in the water, the one you lost, the one you have been longing for. It is also from the harbour itself, from the universe, from every soul that has ever found rest in this peaceful place. Rest now, my love, the voice whispers, soft and warm and eternal. You are home, you are loved, you are finally, completely and eternally at peace. And you do. You rest. You let go of everything, every last scrap of your old life, every last trace of your old self. You surrender completely to the healing, to the love, to the sleep. The golden light is the last thing you see, a soft, warm glow that fills your entire being. The song of the harbour is the last thing you hear, a gentle, eternal lullaby that carries you into the deepest, most peaceful sleep you have ever known. The scent of the lilies is the last thing you smell, sweet and intoxicating, like a promise of something beautiful. You are not sleeping. You are being held. You are being healed. You are being loved. And the harbour, that wonderful, perfect, loving harbour, holds you close, keeping the water still, keeping the peace unbroken, keeping you safe in its eternal embrace. Part 6. The Eternal Peace. Time has no meaning in this place. There is no day or night, no past or future. There is only the eternal now, the endless moment of perfect peace. You drift in a state of deep, healing rest. Your body is completely relaxed. Your mind is completely still. Your heart is completely open. The love that fills the harbour continues to flow through you, nourishing you, restoring you, making you whole. The memory of your old life, the one you sailed away from, is still there. But it is no longer painful. It is a story, nothing more. The people you loved, the struggles you faced, the joys you experienced, they are all part of who you are, but they no longer define you. You are not your past. You are not your future. You are simply this moment, this peace, this love. The loved one who welcomed you to the harbour is with you still. You can feel their presence, warm and close and loving. There are no words between you now, no need for words. You are simply together, connected in a way that transcends all understanding. Your ship is still there, resting on the still water. It has found its harbour, its final rest. The wood that was once so worn is now smooth and glowing, covered in a thin layer of the same golden light that fills the harbour. The sails are furled, the rigging is still, and the wheel is no longer being gripped. The ship is at peace. It is part of the harbour now, part of the stillness, part of the love. and you are at peace too, deeper than peace. You are restored, healed, made whole. Every part of you that was broken has been mended. Every part of you that was tired has been rested. Every part of you that was lost has been found. You feel a gentle hand on your forehead, soft and warm and loving. It is the hand of the one who has been waiting for you. It is the hand of the harbor itself, welcoming you home. Sleep well, my love, the voice whispers. Rest deeply. The harbor will keep you safe. The love will keep you whole. And when you are ready, you will wake renewed and restored. But for now, sleep. And you do. You sleep the sleep of the perfectly loved, the completely healed, the finally home. The golden light fades to a soft, warm glow. The song of the harbor becomes a gentle, steady hum. The scent of the lilies lingers in the air, sweet and peaceful. The warmth of the stone holds you close, a loving embrace that never ends. You are home, you are loved, you are finally, completely, and eternally at rest. The restorative harbor has done its work, and you, dear one, are healed. Conclusion. Breathe deeply now, feel the peace of the harbor still surrounding you. Carry this peace with you into your dreams, into your rest, into every part of your being. You are safe, you are loved, you are home. Sleep well, sleep deeply, sleep peacefully. The harbor will be here, always, waiting for you whenever you need to return. Good night, dear one. Sleep. The end.